In the scorching heart of the Arizona desert, where the sun glared down like a merciless eye and the wind carried the dry scent of sagebrush and distant gunsmoke, a weather-worn cowboy named Cole Maddox urged his tired Mustang along a narrow canyon trail, every hoofbeat echoing off red stone walls carved by centuries of forgotten rivers. Cole wasn't riding for riches or fame like so many dream-blind men who crossed the frontier. He was riding to outrun the ghosts of his past, ghosts that carried the faces of men he once trusted and the cold memory of the night they turned on him, leaving him bleeding in the dust over a deal gone wrong. His life had been stripped down to nothing but a saddle, a canteen half empty, and a quiet hope that somewhere out there, the West might finally show him a sliver of mercy. But the West rarely gave kindness freely, and when it did, it demanded a price. Cole dismounted near a shaded bend in the canyon where a thin trickle of water glimmered beneath smooth stones, the only sign of life in that hellish landscape. He knelt to drink, scooping handfuls of cool water to his cracked lips, and as he did, something unusual caught his eye, a glint deeper beneath the surface. Not the reflection of sun on water, but something solid and metallic. Curiosity tugging at him, Cole reached down, digging past the stones until his fingers closed around a heavy nugget, the size of a chicken egg, rough and warm from the sun. His breath caught. Gold, not just flakes or dust like prospectors fought and killed over, but pure, dense gold that could change a man's life forever. He looked around, heart pounding, realizing the stones around him hid more fragments, as if a vein had split open and spilled its treasure into the creek. For the first time in years, hope surged in his chest, hope of land, a fresh start, freedom from hunger and betrayal. But that hope froze when a sharp whistle pierced the canyon air. Cole slowly raised his hands, knowing that sound well. Shadows moved above the ridge, figures emerging like spirits from rock and brush, Apache warriors, bows drawn and rifles leveled. Their faces were stern, painted with symbols of war and warning, their dark eyes fixed on the intruder who dared touch sacred ground. Cole swallowed hard. He had heard stories of prospectors disappearing in Apache territory, their greed sealing their fate. He stood slowly, the gold nugget still in his hand, and forced himself to meet their eyes. The warriors descended with silent precision, surrounding him in a circle tighter than a noose. One stepped forward, a tall man with braided hair and a necklace of carved bone, the leader. His voice was low and steady, his English accented but clear as he gestured toward the gold. "This land is not yours," he said. "The water, the stone, the gold, they belong to the people." Cole nodded, his voice rough. "I ain't looking to steal. I just found it," the warriors murmured, tension crackling in the air, but the leader raised a hand to silence them. He studied Cole with sharp judgment, the kind that weighed a man's soul more than his words. Then he pointed at the nugget in Cole's hand. "Greed brings death," he said. "Many white men have come for this." He gestured toward the canyon walls. "They never left." Cole looked down at the gold, feeling the weight of not only metal but the choice before him. He thought of the hunger that gnawed him, the empty years, the betrayal that left him with nothing. With that gold, he could buy land, rebuild, live without fear. But he also saw the anger in the warrior's eyes, the sacredness of this place, and the understanding that taking it would spark bloodshed, his own or others. Slowly, he opened his hand and let the nugget fall back into the stream, sinking out of sight. The warriors watched, surprised, as Cole stepped back, palms open. "Keep it," he said quietly. "Ain't worth dying for, ain't mine to take." Silence hung heavy, the wind the only witness. Then the leader stepped closer, his expression shifting, not softening but respecting. He tapped his chest. "Taza," he said, naming himself. Then he pointed at Cole. "You are not like the others." Without another word, the warriors melted back into the canyon, leaving Cole alone with the whispering water and the gold he had chosen to abandon. His hands trembled, not from fear, but from the realization of what he had just given up. Yet strangely, his heart felt lighter than it had in years. He mounted his Mustang and rode away, thinking that would be the end of it, that the canyon and its hidden fortune would fade into the dust of memory. He didn't know that the Apache never forgot acts of honor, nor that they watched him leave, marking the cowboy who walked away from gold when every other man would have killed for it. And he certainly didn't know that 13 years later, when his life lay in ruins once again, that choice would return, not as a curse, but as a debt the tribe intended to repay in a way that would shake the frontier.